Viktor Frankl was an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist, and holder of Stoic teachings. Famous author of Man's Search for Meaning, that meditated on the gruesome experience that Frankl faced at Auschwitz. His horrific circumstances taught him about the primary purpose of life, and the quest for meaning. But how does this Austrian psychologist's search for meaning relate to that of the Stoic search for meaning? And what was Frankl's impact on philosophy? So what did Frankl explore in his search for meaning? Purposeful work, love, and courage in the face of difficulty, Frankl argued, is where meaning is found. Love, he argued, goes far beyond the physical person of the beloved. It finds its deepest meaning in his spiritual being, his inner self. Whether or not he is actually present, whether or not he is still alive at all, ceases somehow to be of importance. Frankl discusses this example with the love he had for his wife and the dismal environment around him. He talks on the juxtaposition between the grey environment that he had been placed with and the beaming memory of his beloved wife. In his struggle to find the reason for his suffering, he worked tirelessly day after day, slaving away without any rhyme or reason. It was her that was his present, his wife. It was her that was with him at his darkest moment. The answer, the reason to continue despite facing something truly unimaginable. The answers and stability he sought was what he was missing. Both Marcus Aurelius and Seneca talk fondly of their loving wives. Seneca similarly argues that joy comes to us from those whom we love, even when they are absent. His happiness rooted from the commitment he had for his wife, for the love he felt for her in his darkest moments. The Stoics loved deeply and unashamedly. Love was a source to keep them grounded, to keep them stable, to ensure that they remained on the same path. Eudaimonia. Stoic happiness is life lived in apatheia, free from desire, pain, grief or fear. Because of this, when Stoics think of love, they relate to high principles, ensuring to extol virtue and comparing love to glory, wealth and pleasure. The alignment here seen between both love and meaning is common in both systems of thought, as Frankl often echoed the highest principles of Stoicism in his own work. Purposeful work, as a second factor towards the journey to reason, is our chance to reach the growth necessary, to give us the motivation to work harder, to work smarter. It offers us the opportunity to improve and strive to be the best person we are capable of being. Finding meaning is difficult. I don't think it was ever going to be easy. Frankl argued that finding creative outlets offers us the opportunity to broaden our perspective on life. These creative outlets can come from a wide range of many sources: art, business, science, philosophy, practical trades, just to begin. He argued that producing some tangible physical, intellectual accomplishment allows us to express our skills in a sense that is gratifying and fulfilling to our human nature. It ultimately offers us the satisfaction that further manifests itself into meaning. This therefore considers that the human mind and spirit is the product that allows us to conceive plans, and direct work is the physical expression of our ideas and desires. Fully expressing these thoughts and feelings gives us the opportunity to lay the foundation for future elements of our spirit to rise and manifest. Aurelius argues that you must plan your life one action at a time. Like Frankl, the ancient Stoics believed that by focusing on the things that we can control, the tasks at our disposal gives us greater power. Stoic principles on work help to shape a reliable and responsible person who does their work with dignity, expertly and efficiently. when seeking out the opportunity that fate hands us, we learn to construct ideas on our own individual purposes. We start to see the bigger picture, reap the benefits, and eventually find meaning. Putting ourselves into the lesser work in front of us, we have to begin to develop the spirit and capabilities that ultimately lead us towards greater accomplishments, that give us the vessel to fully express the person we are. Striving towards courage in the face of difficulty is closely related to that of facing suffering. Frankl argued, if there is a meaning in life at all, then there must be a meaning in suffering. Suffering is an ineradicable part of life, even as fate and death. Without suffering and death, human life cannot be complete. All suffering, Frankl believed, can be made meaningful, arguing that although the situation cannot be changed, it's the individual's freedoms to alter their attitude to their problems that allows us to take control. Both the Stoics and Frankl argued that suffering has the capability to transform us as people. As a common factor in human nature, why not embrace adversity and suffering? Suffering has a purpose that makes unbearable situations worth facing, arguing that in some way suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning. Like Frankl, in moments of darkness the Stoics were able to shine. From adversity they derived great meaning. Epictetus, born into slavery, had no choice over his circumstances. The endurance living as a slave for most of his life transformed itself into a motivation to help others, turning his trials into successes. If no good thing is pleasant to possess, without friends to share it, sharing the suffering for the greater good, and putting energy into helping others. The Stoics and Frankl share a common thought on the divine nature of humans, meaning as the one true goal, looking for the things in this life that we have control over. Parallels between these thinkers relay an ancient philosophy back into relevance, introducing it to a new and contemporary context, reinforcing the fact that Stoicism cannot die out. It cannot be forgotten, thanks to thinkers like Frankl.